Hello, welcome to Network 99, a place for artistic exploration, creative expression, and abstract thought. Thank you so much for watching today. On the show, we have a 60-minute landscape, surreal drawing. And as you saw in the intro, it started out with what we like to call a 5-minute intuitive sketch where you simply let your subconscious steer you. These last few slides you've seen are 5-minute progress stops. And I did 4 black sketches on this one before. As you're seeing now, the first introduction of color. And it's going on a barn, or something that resembles a barn anyways. And the reason for that, I suppose you could be asking, if this was supposed to be an intuitive drawing, why the barn? What's with that? And the best I can say is that barns come up in my work a lot. And maybe it has a lot to do with my youth. I grew up on an old farm, and we had this humongous old barn on the property that was pretty decrepit. But as kids, my brothers and I, we couldn't help ourselves from playing in it all the time. Anyways, we'll talk more about that perhaps some other time. But so you're seeing basically maybe some of my own reflections on my time as a kid, getting colors to sort of tell a bit of a story with how you want them to tell it. That right there, we're seeing a still of that first round of color work. And as you'll see now, after another 5 minutes of color where I used primarily brown and green, some of the shapes are starting to take a little bit more form. Another 5 minutes has passed, and now we see that I chose to work in orange and giving life to what might be a rocky crevasse. After 5 more minutes, where I focused on putting in some sky, blue sky, a little more green here and there. I used a lot of green in this one, actually, and then you can see a little blue in it on that 5-minute chunk. And the foreground was giving me feelings of structures and also mechanical objects. There you see another 5 minutes of work condensed into a single frame. And I was thinking snake, I have to admit. And so that is what I saw. And when I was thinking about pushing values, working with the greens it was just a lot of fun. So I kind of kept going that direction. And another 5 minutes has passed, and here you see I had chose to put some purples and violets and pinks. Again, pushing values because most of the forms have been fleshed out. And there you see, after that 5 minutes, the drawing is really essentially almost done. And the only kind of afterthought here was this structure type work here on the bottom. And I solved that by adding a little more gray. That's it for this one today. Here you'll see a overlay of the original intuitive sketch. There you go. Be kind, be creative, bring the joy.